My first impressions of Ukraine started as the plane was getting closer to landing in the Dnepropetrovsk airport. I had been completely exhausted because we'd been traveling so much, and so I'd fallen asleep on the plane. But then I woke up as we started the descent, and I remember looking out the window. It was in the middle of December, and so it was winter time, and everything just it looked cold. There was no snow, but I saw all this farmland, and I saw these little huts and like I don't know, little farm areas. And I remember thinking, oh, this is a lot different than where I am in Utah. And then the plane landed, and the airport was absolutely tiny. And I remember thinking, wait a second, this is an international airport. This is just this tiny little concrete building. And then we made it through customs, and my head was just spinning. And we met our mission president and his wife, and then we went out contacting on the street right off the plane. And that was hard because my Russian was still very minimal, and I'm also just kind of shy, and so going up and talking to strangers was a little bit difficult. But we saw some success with contacting right then. And I remember thinking, first of all, that it was hard, but second of all, that the Lord was clearly using us, even though we were so weak and so unprepared. And I think that really set a I don't know, a good foundation for the rest of my mission. Just being able to think back on that first day and think, okay, well, I'm a lot better prepared now than I was then, and so the Lord will be able to use me now, just like He did then. But I remember that the people they were different than I was anticipating somehow. They were all very, very upset by the fact that I didn't have boots on. It was cold, it was December, and they would stop me and they would say like, aren't you cold? You're going to freeze. And I remember thinking, you don't even know me and you care about me. That's really cool. And that's something that is really common in Ukrainian culture. Even if people don't know you very well, if they see you and they're worried that you're going to be cold or you're going to get sick or something, they'll say something about it. They'll come up to you and they'll say like, you should dress more warmly. I really like that about the culture. I think that it shows a love that the people have, and just kind of their willingness to not worry about the fact that they might not know who you are. So I thought that was a really neat aspect about the culture that I was able to see just from my first couple of hours in Ukraine.